Right now, we're in the town of Anin. Some time ago, it was very popular among the wealthy people to come here for more relaxed and calm life. But one event in 1992 changed everything. Two bodies of Polish ex-Premier Minister Piotr Jaroszewicz and his wife Alicja were found in this exact home by their son.
Piotr Jaroszewicz was one of the most influential state officials of the Polish People's Republic. His career spanned nearly all key stages of Poland's post-war history. During his time in office, he conducted economic reforms and became one of the public faces of Gierek era. After 1980, his political influence declined significantly, and after the imposition of martial law, Jaroszewicz essentially withdrew from politics. In the 1990s, Piotr began working on memoirs. His book Przerywa milczenie, which means I'm breaking the silence, was highly candid. Some fragments were sharply criticized by former party colleagues, of course, but a widely circulated belief says that the ex-prime minister was preparing material for a second book.
After stepping away from politics, the couple settled in Anin, near Warsaw.
The house is relatively large, but stood isolated from its neighbors, surrounded by trees. This makes it inconspicuous and, at the same time, vulnerable.
On the evening of August 31st, 1992, only Piotr Jaroszewicz and his wife Alicja were inside. There were no signs they were expecting any visitors. One more interesting fact is that the house had an alarm system, but on that evening it was turned off.
The couple was found on the morning of September 1st. Piotr's body was in the bathroom, hands tied, eyes covered with cloth. According to medical reports, he died from strangulation with a belt. There were also signs of torture, suggesting he was forced to give information. Alicja was found in another part of the house. No signs of torture were recorded, and her death resulted from a gunshot wound to the head, which, as later revealed, was fired from her husband's own pistol. Their house that morning was in disarray, but not in a way of typical chaotic Bulgari. Some items were missing, of course, but none had significant monetary value, like cash and jewelry remained untouched. There were also no signs of forced entry on the doors, and these factors became the basis for doubting the theory of an ordinary robbery.
Przechadza się po rynku w otoczeniu oficjeli. Ruchem ręki pozdrawia sklepikarza. Podchodzi uśmiechnięty chłopiec, premier odpowiada uśmiechem.
Talking about the investigation, detectives quickly reached a dead end. Was it revenge, a political contract killing, or perhaps something much darker? In the 1990s, Poland was erupting with new scandals. Archives were being opened, but not all of them. Jaroszewicz had access to certain dossiers as early as the 1970s. And could he have kept copies? Was someone looking specifically for that copies or documents in the house, and were they forcing him to sign something? Because after all, his right hand, strangely, was not tied. Why were the attackers questioning him before killing him? According to investigators, traces at the scene indicated that Jaroszewicz had been tortured methodically and calmly. The investigation continued for decades, and the story only grew darker. Witnesses claimed that Jaroszewicz also kept a safe containing documents that could have changed Poland's political landscape. And that safe disappeared completely, as if it had been cut out of the house along with a part of the wall. It is also said that the day before his death he called an acquaintance and said, "Some things come back, even those that were supposed to stay buried."
And the most unsettling detail. The murder happened on the September 1st, the anniversary of the World War II, to which Jaroszewicz's career was strongly tied. Coincidence or symbolism?
And then the culprits, the most interesting part. At first, investigators had 4 suspects, but those detained from the very beginning insisted on their innocence, claiming the prosecution was wrongly accusing them of the Jaroszewicz murders. In 1998, the Voivodeship Court in Warsaw acquitted all 4 suspects due to lack of evidence, a move supported not only by the defense, but also by the prosecutor, and in 2000, the Court of Appeals also upheld the acquittal. In 2017, the prosecutor's office decided to reopen the investigation, however, it wasn't even closed. The proceedings accelerated after testimony from Dariusz S., who gave statements in February 2018 during his other unrelated case, because at that time he was facing a severe sentence for kidnapping. Dariusz confessed to participating in the crime and named 2 former associates, Robert S. and Marcin B. Marcin also admitted to being present at the scene, but the details just didn't match. Investigators, experts, relatives, no one believed their version, and till that time, all the open sources already had a lot of information about that case. So, although the prosecution demanded life sentences, the court eventually declared them innocent and even issued an apology for the mistake.
And here we are, 30 years after, hundreds of documents, several investigative teams, not a single eventual answer. Was it an attack by criminals, an intelligence operation, Polish, Soviet, or post-Soviet? Or perhaps a story about a man who carried too many secrets from the heart of the power and was never meant to remain alive? We know one thing: Piotr and Alicja died in silence, but their deaths continue to resonate, because some crimes become shadows, and those shadows still linger in Anin.